Well, there you have it. Those are the top headlines that we are tracking for you this evening on ET Now. But back to the Money Show, where we, like I told you, are talking about your portfolio, about ensuring that you choose the gems and dump the duds in your portfolio, because it's important that as we approach Samvat 2076, you ensure you give your portfolio a Naya Saal and Nayi Shurwaat. So we are going to be answering all your questions and queries as well on personal finance. So stay tuned. Over the course of the next 30 minutes, we're going to be doing so, and then we have some very exciting programming lined up after that as well. For now, I have with me Harsh Vardhan Rungta of Rungta Securities to talk to us about curating that ideal Diwali portfolio and ensuring that there aren't any constituents that actually drag the overall return generation, prospects of the portfolio. Harsh, as always, it's a pleasure having you with us on the Money Show. Very often we are told that when you invest in a mutual fund, you have to do so keeping in mind the long term. You can't have a mutual fund investment or an SIP for 1 year or 2 years, because that is not prudent investment practices. I mean, in the last 2 years, we have seen what the small cap mutual funds have done. Virtually all of them are in the negative. And hence we say, yes, if you're doing an SIP, you have to do it in the long term. But let's say if I'm investing for 5 years, 7 years, 8 years, how often am I supposed to give my portfolio a relook? Because many a times our SIPs are just going on and we do tend to ignore the same.
So, well, Mobina, we're talking about a review of a portfolio. So, well, I would suggest that you would review your portfolio once in 2 years. So when we talk about review, it does not mean that you're supposed to book your profits. The review process is simply to evaluate whether the schemes that you are invested in, how are they performing? Is it first in line with your expectation? The second would be what they are doing in relation to the benchmark which they are tagged to. So have they outperformed the benchmark? So if the markets are going up, they're supposed to give me a return which is better than benchmark. If they're following, if the markets are going down, they're supposed to fall lesser than the benchmark. So that's how you will evaluate on the second part. The third is you will try and evaluate how they're doing in comparison to the other schemes in the same category. So you need to evaluate whether the scheme that I am investing into, are they in line with whatever they're supposed to do. If they're not doing well, then you may consider moving to another scheme. Does not mean that if you've made certain amount of profits, you try and look to book that profit. So yeah, review process, you would need to make an attempt to do this once in 2 years. If not, then at least make sure that you're at least tracking what you're doing and you don't stop your investments because you felt something else. So SIP on an average, we've seen that they don't last beyond 3 years or 5 years. Though the intent is good, they start off with long term in mind, but for whatever reasons, I mean 3 years and 5 years, you see the SIPs closing down.
Okay, so basically discipline, I think that as well is something that Harsh is reiterating. So Harsh, you mentioned one very simple parameter, and that is your portfolio, this particular fund that you have in your portfolio should be outperforming the benchmark. And if in case, the benchmark is falling, as we have seen in the last 2 years, it should not fall as much as it has, in the case of the benchmark. That's one very simple parameter. Is there anything else that should come up as a warning sign that, okay, maybe this fund needs to be given a relook?
So yeah, there are a couple of things that you will want to keep a track of. So while we talk from a layman point of view, we're not talking about a professional who's associated with this industry. So as a layman, what you're supposed to simply do, as you're an investor who does not understand markets, who doesn't know how to track it, that is why you've entrusted your money into a fund to manage and to invest into equity markets for you. So in simple words, as I said, first is that you need to look as to what you are expecting out of it. So if you invest into equity with that expectation of 20% and your fund is not doing that, most likely it will not do that, because 20% is a very high return, and in exceptional cases you will kind of get that. So moderate your expectation from the investment as well. Be realistic in your approach. So if an equity fund is expected to give you about 14 to 15% returns over long term, which is we have to stay invested in different market cycles and look through the entire market process for over 10 years, then we are expecting 14 to 15%. Now, if you start expecting 15% every year of your investment, it is not going to happen. Markets may give you negative returns over the next couple of years and then suddenly give you a bumper profit and then on an average you're looking to get that kind of returns. So most importantly, as an hygiene element, I would suggest that investors should very carefully understand the functioning of a product. Now, for instance, if you've seen 3 years of negative returns in equities, you don't go back to your advisor or the fund house and you tell them that isse better to FD tha, I would have got 8% or 7% for 3 years. Now that you add up into your potential loss. No, that is not how it functions. So be realistic with your approach. In this Diwali, the Nai Shurwaat that we're talking about is that be realistic with the investments, understand how an investment functions, and so that you can live with it all throughout its cycles.
All right. Okay. So, Harsh, since you did mention Naya Saal, Nai Shurwaat, let's say if, it's Diwali and I've just got a nice chunk of money from very generous relatives, or, I've just started a job, so I'm going to start getting a salary, and now, I want to put it in the markets, and I want to start, investing so that my future is secure for general wealth creation. To kickstart this Naya Saal, Nai Shurwaat for my money and for my portfolio, share with our viewers, the younger ones especially who have time on their side, what are the 4 or 5 things that they should look at when they are starting to pick up mutual funds?
So the first thing is, of course, realize the fact that every industry has their own professional and experts of that industry. Like you are pursuing a particular job and you have expertise in that, there is somebody else who has an expertise on investment matters, on financial planning matters. It does make a lot of sense, irrespective of the quantum that you want to invest, that you seek professional help. This will help you do a couple of things. The first one is, of course, streamline and handhold you in meeting whatever your targets are, whatever your goals you wish to achieve. You will have to tag them with your investments and choose the right product for that particular goal. So if you have some requirements after 1 year, you cannot put into equities. If you have a requirement after 10 or 15 years, you should not put into fixed deposits. So these are the basic elements which will help you start on a good note. So the younger ones, you don't want to do something wrong and then come back again, undo all that bit and start all over again. You wasted a lot of time. So the first advice would be open to taking professional advice from the people of that industry so that you can start on a good note. The second element is, yes, you may at this juncture feel that I do not have enough surplus in my hand to invest. You don't really need a lot of money to start investing. You can start investing with as little as 500 rupees or 1,000 rupees a month. Or yeah, it is sure that you will not accumulate crores of rupees at the end of a period. But the thing is, you will start at least forming a good habit. So you don't need a large amount of money. Start with as little as 500 or 1,000 rupees. Another thing that you will want to be careful about is it's your money, you work hard for it. Do not invest into any products just because your relatives or somebody is pressurizing you to buy it because they are selling it. So we have seen a lot of these insurance policies being sold by relatives, and you'll end up obliging them. And I don't think that's the right way of managing your money, because ultimately it's your money, you work hard for it, you have certain goals in your mind. Please make sure that you invest in the right product and not just to oblige somebody else. So, this would be a good way to, I don't know how you will manage the emotions of your relatives in this case, but you will have to make it clear to them that you do not have that surplus kind of money to just simply oblige somebody. One of the other things that you would like to take care of, and again, this Nai Saal, Nai Shurwaat does not only apply to new investors, but it also applies to all the existing investors as well. If you have landed up buying a lot of these kind of policies, which you are not comfortable continuing, please make sure that this year you just surrender them and just get rid of them. I mean, you'll really feel incredibly light on yourself, and you'll be able to use that money for much better products that help you meet your own requirements. So get rid of all those policies that you've bought and you're not happy with. And though it is quite possible you might not get your principal back as well, but I think it's a good start to just clean up your portfolio in that sense. With regards to mutual funds, there are 2 things that I would like to recommend. The first one being, in case you've invested into, say, for example, small caps, that you've looked into returns. So there was a period when small caps had given exceptionally good returns, and we have started getting all the queries post that period, people saying that they have invested into small caps. So clearly they've looked at only the past returns and they've tried to build a portfolio around it. If that is the case you are in right now, do not hesitate to just clean up all those mutual funds and get out of those schemes and restart with a good fund, maybe a multi-cap or a large cap or a mid and a large cap kind of a product, and then you'll feel much better. The last thing that I would recommend, we come across many such portfolios which have very good schemes in their in them. So it's not just that you have schemes which are not performing well. You would have probably 10 good schemes in your portfolio. Now that does not mean that you have to continue with 10 again. So in this case as well, if you have performing schemes in your portfolio, still try and bring it down to 5 or 6, because your purpose of diversification is resolved even when you have 5 or 6 in your portfolio. There will be more than one good scheme. Does not mean you have to invest in all of the good schemes that are available in the market.
Okay, well, Harsh, I think handling the feelings of relatives when it comes to them pushing their investment and financial advice, we'll have to do another show, I think, for that, because all of us have gone through, I think, that little bit of phase in our life. But you know what? We'll do one thing, Harsh. We'll take a very short break. Stay on with us, because when we return, we're going to be answering all our viewers' questions and queries. So, folks, take chance of this break and accumulate any question or query you may be having in your mind, whether it's respect to handling your finances or about your mutual fund portfolio. Call in on 24990300, or you can email us right now on the Money Show at etnow.tv.